Right, so straight line graph. Shouldn't have too many problems with this, should we? So we've got two coordinates. We've got to find the equation of a straight line in this form. Okay, let's not forget that. And so we know, because we listen, that we have to be using this thing to find the equation of a straight line. It is the easiest option. So we know we need the gradient and a coordinate. Remember, these x and y's don't change, otherwise we don't have the equation of a line. So we need to find the gradient. Whatever you say to yourself, make sure you get the formula the right way around. Change your y over change your x. Don't muck that up. Minus 7 minus 11 over 4 minus 6 minus 18 over 10. A staggering number of you didn't simplify that fraction. Bit weird. 9 over 5. So you've got the gradient. You can stick that into the equation of your line. So y minus 7. I'm just going to use the first coordinate. Doesn't make any difference. You can do it both ways if you don't believe me. Minus 4. Get rid of this 5 by multiplying both sides by 5. Makes it disappear on this side. And we're going to get 5y. Remember, this becomes plus 7. So when we times that by 5, we get 35. And we just expand this by minus 9. And right, I'm nearly there, but I have to make this equal to 0. Okay, and don't forget, integers means we've got no fractions in there, so I haven't got any fractions in there, but add the 9x to the other side. Take away the 36 equals 0. Okay, where'd your marks come? 1 mark for calculating the gradient, 1 mark for using this thing, and then an answer mark for getting right to the end. Okay, not too tricky. Right, the next bit, the line crosses the x-axis and the y-axis at A and B. Find the area of this triangle. So let's see what we can do. Where is this line going to cross the x and the y-axis? X and the y-axis are always quite nice because we know something will be equal to 0. So where does it cross the y-axis? Oh, let's do the x-axis first. On the x-axis, we know y equals 0. So that would give us, if we put y equals 0 into there, 9x minus 1. So x would be a ninth. So be thinking about your sketch. It goes through there at a ninth. Where does it cross the y-axis? Same process. Solve that, you should get a fifth. Fifth is slightly bigger than a ninth, so it needs to be up there. Okay, so we've got A, we've got B, and don't forget O was the origin. A few people made up where A and B were. So we're trying to find the area of this little triangle. Notice, because we're using the axes, that automatically gives us a right angle triangle. So we've got a half base times height. So we've got a half, the base is a ninth, the height is a fifth, 1 over 90, and you can put units squared, just to show that you know what you're doing. So 1 mark for this thing, 1 mark for this thing, 1 mark for your answer.